It's the Cable
I think I'm gonna Dreadnought again. That was kind of fun. We did get a trophy with it at the end of the last season. Torpor Orb makes sense here. And then I think I'm going to end up being blue-white. I'll grab this strand. Ooh, where's a Saga? And then it's about either top or white plume here. What if we stayed mono blue and drafted a bunch of gushes? Mono blue Stifle Knot? That could be sweet. There are some advantages to being white, of course. There's like the white flash Torpor Orb critter. I'm gonna take this gush. Hey, we got a recall this time. Maybe I'll grab this. Dress Down plays with Dreadnought. It's bad with my Saga, but putting a little bit of thought into this Manifold Key in case we see Time Vault. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. Drain's a nice pickup. Thinking about Daze plus Strip Mine. Also thinking about grabbing the One Ring. There's a world where we end up being a Null Rod type deck and don't actually want the One Ring in here. Oh yeah, David. Do you stun easy? Gardens is another card that plays well with the old Dreadnought. Maybe I'll play Swords, and then like my only white source is Tundra. You have the same number for Gush. Still haven't found any Stifles. What happened to my Force of Will? There we are. Kind of an interesting decision point here. Because we got Null Rod versus Soul Ring. I'm going to take the Soul Ring and hope that I get the Time Vault stuff. Consign can be a Stifle. Hey, we got Dreadnought number 2. Little Lorien action. I think Monastery Mentor is very good here. We also have Brainstorm and Recall in regards to this Tameo. Big fan of top plus Mentor. Then after that, I'd say, do you want a Lauren for the sideboard or Dismember? Gonna grab Karn again. I almost dig this Enlightened Tutor. I think I would dig it if I had Time Vault. Thinking about the Memory Lapse, thinking about Wasteland. Thinking about Merchant Scroll a little bit. There's some sick instants in here. Oh yeah, the last time I built Dreadnought in this cube, I did it with Luris Companion. Not going to do that this time, but it's cute. Ooh, the Time Walk. And then it's either Arid Mesa or Dress Down here. I think I want that Dress Down. Another Torpor Orb effect. Here I'll grab the Fetch and I think Lavinia. Though the Misdirection's certainly interesting. Hey, we got the Time Vault. Nice. Well, I wish I had that that Enlightened Tutor, can Chain of Vapor do here? Could bounce my own things. Tap the top. Response. Bounce it with Chain of Vapor. Very low on power, right? We just have the couple of mocks in there. We got the blue power. We got the Time Walk and the Ancestral, but in terms of acceleration, we're a little bit low. The Daze would look a lot better if we'd taken the Null Rod stuff. I guess we have Karn. So there's a chance it's live later on. Wish we had Mental Misstep to fight over their Mental Missteps. Torpor Orb combos with Dreadnought. Mycosynth Gardens combos with Dreadnought. These Consigned Memories combo with Dreadnought. And Dress Down combos with Dreadnought. Is 9 islands enough for Gush? It's like on the edge, right? I wonder if the Gush is there for fast spawn stuff. That could be fun. The top is less necessary if we're not main decking the Mentor. Still a nice filter thing. We have the shuffle effects for it, but I'm going to leave it out. Maybe I should cut Vexing Bauble. Just play when I'm on the play. Building these decks is so hard. So many playables. Flusterstorm could be a sideboard card. Could cut the Memory Lapse, maybe. Does Gush usually perform well? This is my first game with it. Oh shit, what up? Hey, guy who hates toast, thanks for the sub, thanks for sharing that Prime. Yeah, that's the idea of the BIM. Wish I had a Consign up. Stifle that comes into playability. Have a lot less pressure on us right now. That said, if we draw a Dreadnought, I'll be happy that I have this Consign. The artifact the opponent played is Gleemox. Probably should have stripped the island if I was going to hit one of the lands here. Because that denies them double blue if they have a mana drain. Opponent's got 4 in hand. Could Torpor Orb and Dreadnought. Could also Dreadnought and then Consign Replicate. If they're sitting there with a couple of counters, they might let Dreadnought resolve and then run into the Replicate on Consign. I think I'm just going to do the Torpor Orb thing, though. We don't know that they're on a bunch of counters. And this way, if we protect the Dreadnought with Misdirection, we can pitch the Consign and still have mana drain. Dreadnought just hits for so fucking much. Nice compact win. I think you're right, Skittles. I think Dreadnought is one of the coolest cards ever. Right? I think I'm gonna sell mine, comrade. Mine are beat to shit though. I'll probably only get like $1.70 for them or something. Illusionary Mask. Oh yeah, I remember that deck. It cared about the color of mana you put into it. Very tempting to daze that Time Vault. I guess I'm just supposed to play Dreadnought, Be nice to be able to stock up, though. Have I ever heard of Sawyer Hill? I have not. Oh, they thought the Solitude was going to exile the Dreadnought, but because of the dress down, it just did not. Incredible. Hand's fucking rancid. Let's jam it. One of these days, I'll misdirect a recall, and it'll be the best feeling ever. Gross. Time Walk does not target, no. Where were you last turn, Time Vault? Do we wait until we can play plus activate? I don't know. Makes my dismember earlier and look kind of silly, huh? Oh, my bad, connoisseur. I'll get you. I wonder if Vexing Bauble plus Chalice is too much of that. I'll just bring in Chalice. Mind Break Trap's kind of tempting versus them. We kind of got to decide if we want to play Tez next turn or activate Saga next turn. I think I'd rather activate Saga. They're running that out instead of wastelanding me. Interesting. Maybe they're trying to set up the win, as it were. Oh, they just don't have mana, so it's awkward to waste me too. What does Alchemist combo with besides Time Vault? It's mostly for Time Vault. Last game they used it to untap a Soul Ring. Orking down my Tez. Fair enough. So we do have lethal on board. They need to have kind of impressive turn here. Why replicate? Plays around counters. If they had a Force of Will, I wouldn't have had to burn my days. So you couldn't see it because the cards were trapped in their hand, but that game was a good example of Chalice the Void being great. The flavor text on key. I wonder if that Swords of Plowshares should be coming in because they've got Orcs and Hull Reaching. A lot of obnoxious shit. Could also play Mindbreak Trap. Or bring like the Flusterstorm or Spell Pierce back in, of course. Very tempting hand, but we're going to ship it. I'd have to Google it, Mike. This is a lot of mana. Dress down, saving me. We're gonna set a stop on our upkeep so we can spin the top and then draw the best card and then crack our fetch. What a turn. Yeah, not a bad turn. Some fun back and forths there between me and the opponent too. Karn could have animated a top and then do the block tap thing. They time wang, but they're hellbent. I don't have my mana up, Mark. I don't think the life is gonna be relevant here. Not really a life total matters sort of matchup. Hey, there's some cards, huh? Oh, hey, it's the Chris Wolf. Designer of the cube. Win for the people, defeat the creator. We'll see. We'll see about all that. A little bit worried about the halfling making something awesome uncounterable. Not the best brainstorm I've ever cast. What do you think to make it uncounterable? Oko? Doing some Nadu stuff. Shame. I guess I daze that. Might be super wrong. Because now I don't have the blue card for my Force of Will. Yeah. That is very hard for me to beat. I kind of need a Dismember on it. I mean, we could also like land Torpor one turn and then the Dreadnought the turn after. It's pretty not ideal for me though. The second Dreadnought. But do have me on a 2-turn clock here. Sure. I'm gonna once again bring in swords. Misdirection's pretty bad against that 2/3. It can't help you win a counter battle. I guess I'll pull it. How long is the trip for? You're talking about to Romania or to you're talking about my honeymoon, right? I had a camping trip planned as well, but I don't see why that would be impacted. Yeah, it's not for a while, so I'm not currently concerned. I cut the strip mine to add the white source for the Swords of Plowshares Skittles. Replicating so I can beat Mental Misstep plus Force of Will. There's not that crazy of a holding. So I'm double replicating instead of single replicating. And they're scooping because they know that the Saga is going to go get a Manifold Key and win the game there. Them on Karn makes the Spell Pierce look better. This is not space, huh? Maybe days. Maybe cut days on the draw. Let me try this. Flusterstorm does not counter a Karn. So if I'm talking about Karn in particular, then no, it is not better. Right, comes into play tapped. I'm really regretting not playing Tundra on turn 1 now. Fuck this wasteland. You know, when I saw the Archon, I was like, okay. And we can Saga and tutor up Dreadnought, play Mycosynth Gardens. No prob. Might literally lose this game with Force of Will trapped in my hand here. Just funny. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about the Archon leaving my lands tapped. Obviously. If we'd known that they were on Urza Saga, then of course we would have left Strip Mine in. They just have a counter for the win. Fair enough. Yeah, really punished for not countering the Archon. I thought I could win through it, obviously. My sequencing in the first game was pretty bad, too. So it goes Vault and key, you say? Maybe I'll full on artifact here. Do some tinker action. Mystical for tinker is almost a thing. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Neophyte. Sounds like the best dog. Give my pup an extra boop and treat for you. Will do, Neophyte. Will do. My dog, who is somehow also the best dog. We had a super long cuddle session today. I might actually play Twister Aim. No workshops yet. It's a bit of a bummer. There's another key effect. Got some tops, no flesh rakers. Portal could be a backup tinker target, I guess. Not thrilled about the idea. Yeah, am I actually the Force of Will deck? Am I not the Workshops deck? We don't have any Workshops yet. We're like halfway through. We have some blue cards here. Now you gotta decide, do you Tamiyo or do you Patchwork? Do we think the Workshops are gonna make it? Do we think they're gonna come? I think I'm gonna Tamiyo here. Well, there's a Flesh Raker. Maybe, perhaps I erred. $19 packs out of 23. Well, this Mana Vault plays well with my my multiple keys. Metamorph can copy my One Rings. Wow, Urza Saga, Mox Pearl, and Recall all in the same pack. This might be foolish, but I think I'm going to go Mox Pearl Recall. Well, Saga is a colorless source for Flesh Raker. It's kind of tough. My experience with the artifact decks is you really just want all the fast artifact mana, so you can dump your hand turn one. I'm going to take Pearl Recall. I'm going to do my original idea there. Hey, Black Lotus is helpful. And we got a Workshops. No Academy, though. Opal, okay. Thinking about grabbing Ghost Quarter just to have another colorless source for the I know I only have one Flesh Raker. Oh, I've got Grim Monolith and Mana Vault and Soul Ring. It's probably just good. You are indeed Master Mike. I'll leave the Chalice out for if we're on the play. This is where cuts get real hard. Patchwork's kind of cool with the Sensei's Divining Tops, so I guess I leave it in. I'll cut Misdirection yet again. And Mightstone and Weakstone. Are non-blue decks even a thing in this format? Yeah, I have one trophy with a Borosi Prison deck. Most people want to play Recall and Time Walk when they see them, though. I think I'm going to cut the Force of Negation. Metamorph's really good. You can cast it off Workshop, or you can pitch it to Force of Will. I'll cut Crawler first. I like Crawler a lot in this format. I wasn't really considering Crawler Twister package. I think they're just good. Misdirection is vaguely main deckable. The issue is if you cut Crawlers, then you like start to not quite have enough artifacts for the Workshop. And if you cut more blue cards, then you start to not quite have enough blue cards for Force of Will. Maybe I will cut Patchwork, even though it is good with the tops. Not quite as all-in on artifact business as I usually am. The tops aren't mostly there for Patchwork. They're there for Fleshraker. Very easy to kill somebody if you've got a Fleshraker in a top. And if you have a Fleshraker in 2 tops, then that's just lethal. The Patchwork was just like a backup plan for the tops that I was going to play 100%, so. Have I ever untapped a Black Lettuce? Like just, are you talking about with like Mana Vault Key or something? I have it at the start of my turn, for sure. Tap it for an Urza or whatever. Got ourselves a little shop smear. Interesting that they just played a couple Moxen and a Shops turn 1 there. Sure. I fucking tanked on it longer than any of the other pick in the entire draft, Darkling Scribe. I don't know what's surprising about it. I like talked through my decision points. It's not like I fucking took dick all over it, right? So it's not like I was like, this Urza Saga fucking sucks. I definitely don't want it in my artifact deck. The picks were Mox Ancestral Recall. Really surprised you tanked for forever on 2 pieces of power versus Urza Saga, then passed the Urza Saga. Well, that Emery milled some hotness. Looks like my opponent was stalled out on blue mana a bit. We're gonna activate this One Ring and see if we can find some mana. Because if we can, then the Emery rebuying Voltaic Key and then Tinker for Time Vault could just win. Time Walking, shame. They do only have 1 card left in their hand. So Time Walking with the 2/2 and ripping off the top a little bit less scary than if they had the One Ring here. I had to say it. I think that Karn just wins. I mean, I can play the Scrawling Crawler off the Workshops. Oh, they actually have a Karn board, too. What's the Karn getting? The issue is I have to Wasteland the Academy, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I can save the Wasteland and try and play Fleshraker. Man, things were looking real good until they weren't, I think we need to scoop. On the play here, I'm going to bring in Chalice of the Void, and then I'm also going to bring in Force of Negation. Then I'm gonna tank a million years on what I want to cut. Thoughts on Wormcoil? You don't want it here. You just saw them, saw what they did, right? And like a 6/6 doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything. Wormcoil is good. If your opponent is like relying on like just meat creatures to win, and sometimes it's solid out of like a Karn board. Cut Tamiyo. I can see cutting Tamiyo. I was kind of thinking about the mental misstep, but Tamiyo might make a little bit more sense. Yeah, one thing about crawlers, it makes my opponent's draw 7s more awkward too. If I'm cutting top, I'm cutting both of them and a Fleshraker. Not really a one of. I was gonna submit 41. So close. This hand doesn't quite do anything, but I guess I'll keep it anyway. Full in this mana vault was a Black Lotus Hum. Besides a blue card, top might be one of my better potential draws. Or not a blue card, but a blue mana source for the Twister. Right. Chromox Imprint Show and Tell. So this is going poorly. Sure. I've been enjoying this band, but I do need a break now. It's been a lot. But I'm deciding which counter to use. Yeah, Spawn can block a 5/3 Crotash. You can also do like the block untap. Alright, GG. Yeah, you give them a million billion years, they'll get there eventually, hum. One of the worser draws I could have had. All blue cards, no forces. With the all colorless start. I feel like a Force of Will on the draw. This hand sucks though. This deck really wants to be like dumping its hand turn 1. Turn 1's Crawling Crawler, perfectly reasonable, great card. Turn 3 Scrawling Crawler, that is not good enough for this format. I guess I counter that. Hey. You missed the drugs number? Oh no. It's not my crawlers. This is a draw engine for my opponent. It's pretty punishing. This Thought Monitor is going to be a fucking 5-mana 2/2 that gives the opponent 2 treasure. Honestly, some of my better draws might just be more crawlers. Like, stack up that damage. 5 mana, 6 mana. Coveted Jewel, okay. Yeah, it's kind of like, can my opponent fucking win before the crawler kills them at this point? Yeah, I'll give him another couple treasure. I don't think it's gonna matter. One's down to 3. They found a manifold key. We're not having the One Ring. Okay, Demonic Tutor has to be able to find an answer to the Scrawling Crawler, right? If not, just a win. Oracle or something. When I'm playing black, I'm usually playing the Oracle. Oh shit, they just had no answer? Wow. Yep, that's my deck, GG. Dresstown is technically another answer to Hull Reacher. I'm just gonna submit this. I mean, a turn 1 Scrawling Crawler is good. Opponent's hand looking a lot more explosive than mine. They're also jamming the crawlies, huh? Do that misstep just in time. So, I think they were technically ahead on board. I attack them for 2, and then I lose a life when I draw my card each turn. But we were going to get the Cannoneer down and win in plenty of time. New Kal-El album scheduled for this year. Really enjoyed their live show when they came through. Super small crowd, and they still rocked it up. Did we win? We did indeed. Just tinkered for time vault, and that was GG. So this hand, similar to some other hands we had earlier, like it needs help. But like any artifact, turns on Mox Opal, and then we have blue mana. You just ate some delicious tri-tip, and now you're happy? Hell yeah. I still can't believe I ordered a fucking quarter of a cow. I got so mad at beef prices, I bought all the beef. Gonna be scooping that up this month sometime. How much was a quarter of the cow? I don't actually know yet. I should have misstepped that. Oh well. Yeah, because they're going to charge me based on the hanging weight. It should be around $1,000 to 1.2K. So since they haven't, like, actually butchered the cow yet, I don't know the exact price. I had to put a deposit down. But yeah, it works out to being about, I did the math. I think it's like $6 or $7 a pound. Which, when you consider that, like, just ground beef is going for that, and now you're getting all, like, the premium steaks and stuff. Oh, man. The regret on that wasteland. Although they didn't do anything with their turn. Like, they probably needed their blue mana, too. Alright, I'll misstep now. Alright, come on, deck. Feed me a thing. That'll do. Do I get to meet the cow? I could literally meet the cow. The farm that it's coming from is 15 minutes from my house. Did I get a new freezer just for the cow? No. No, I had a chest freezer already. Half with a thought that I might get a deer or a cow or something at some point. Because, like, I realized that I wasn't even considering some stuff just because I didn't have storage space. And that kind of sucked, but this way I got to split up the expenses. Real weird cuts. I requested some weird cuts. They gave us a cut sheet, and there were all this stuff that they would like default turn would just like grind up if nobody requested it. And I requested liver. Because I heard that helps with anemia, which my wife gets sometimes. And then I requested oxtail, because I've kind of wanted to cook oxtail before, and the price on that's been slowly creeping up. I would rather have, like, the oxtail than have more, like, ground meat. And they even had, like, the ribs and stuff in that list. I can't believe there are people out there that would rather have, like, more ground meat than an awesome rack of ribs. But I guess they do take a lot of time to cook, short ribs. Did I get heart meat? I did not request the heart meat. How long does meat stay good in the freezer before freezer burn and similar start taking a toll? It depends on the kind of freezer you have, but generally meat's good for like a year plus. All right, all right. I'll board in Force Negation. I'll get Thought Monitor for it. Yeah, typically, like, it depends on the butcher, but usually it's packed better if you get it butchered yourself than from the market. That is a smexy looking opener, if I do say so myself. The track is Pay to Pray by Davar. Daevar. Never heard him before. Some nice doomy nonsense. Oh, if you like this, you would probably enjoy Sub Rosa, King Koopa. Cool. You miss Sub Rosa so much. Oh, they're back together. Literally seeing them this summer. They're one of the several bands that are coming back together to play Fire in the